Alright everybody, we are back with part 4 for Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered here, and we're now on chapter 7. For miscellaneous achievements in this one of them is another kill every possible type of this enemy, but it starts in this chapter apparently, and it also continues in chapter 9. But I don't know if we're going to get to chapter 9 in this part. It's actually very likely that just this chapter will cover this part, and same thing for part 5, it'll just be chapter 8. But there's these new enemy types that get introduced called feral humans, and it's just kill every possible feral, like as many feral humans as possible is the way it's phrased. So you don't know how many they actually want you to kill, but it starts in this chapter and it continues in chapter 9. So we're just going to be doing a lot of fighting basically, and then we'll have the opportunity to get cast not the first stone, which is having those like stone angel golem things that we got attacked with in that one Raziel chapter. We have to have one of them destroy another one instead of us killing it. There's many opportunities to do that in the game, but we can get it in this one. And then there's 7 collectibles in this chapter too that we got to look out for. So that's basically where we're at. Kain is still looking for some stuff. Well, he's still trying to find Raziel specifically, so we just got done searching by the pillars, and now he found this place. So let's just continue here. Yeah, this is, I think this chapter and the next chapter are 2 of the longer chapters in the game. And we just got done fighting those things as Raziel. Looks like all of them got stuck behind those gates. Get some health. But yeah, these are the feral humans, basically. So we gotta kill as many of them as possible. Also, there's like an invisible wall preventing me from getting to them. So we'll get them over by us. I actually should charge up the Reaver. We still need the Devil May Care achievement to turn them against each other. So I will still be trying to do that, but I'm going to let them actually just injure them and then let them die. Because I don't know if when I kill them, if it counts against me. We got to be close to getting that, though. You guys calm down with your pounce attack. Oh, I didn't even actually get a charge on it somehow. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna let them just finish each other off. I don't know why I fed on her. Should have just went for a Reaver charge. Alright, that kills that group.
Here, no doubt, was the evidence Moebius wished me to have. For the vampires had prophesied not 1, but 2 champions. One destined to be Northgoth's redeemer, the other its destroyer. The vampire's hero wielded the Reaver, forged for this very purpose. His opponent was clearly the champion of their adversaries, the Hilden, and brandished a flaming sword. The foretold outcome was unambiguous. The vampire hero would fall.
Yep, 2 champions. I wonder who those 2 are. We can get our first collectible now. Anything else out here? There's more of these dudes.
Very victus.
You guys lay off for a second. I might save this charge. Locking onto somebody else. Alright, no enemies out here. Well, besides the two that are clearly sitting right here. Should I waste it on two of them, though? Oh, here we go. There's more than two now. Come on, guys, fight each other. Alright, they're done. Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't gotten that yet. We should have gotten it in the other chapter. But we've done it way more than enough times at this point. That one could be just glitched out for me, I don't know. This will give me another charge, though. There's also more of them over here. Are they even hurting each other right now? It looks like they're actually attacking at the same time, but missing each other. Yeah, that was unlucky. See if we can at least get a charge on this guy.
The Reaver required some additional enhancement before this door could be opened.
Oh, can't go that way yet. I'm just double checking some of the areas as we make our way through them sometimes. Is there actually... There's more than two of them. They're kind of separated here. There we go, we finally got it. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Which means I can try out the new power. There is an achievement for using all of the Reaver's powers at least once, so I also want to do that. That is the way we're supposed to go. I'm just, again, double checking, make sure there's no feral humans trapped anywhere. So yeah, for those achievements, I would suggest that you at least watch if you're really trying to go for them to make sure you know where they spawn. There's only one, I think, that spawns that can be a little trickier than the others, and it's going to be in the Light Forge when we get there. A lot of the other enemy spawns are kind of straightforward. I think we might be able... Yeah, we can get our next collectible. grab that right away. Alright, charge this power up. Might save it for a new group. Is there another one of those ghost things up here? Yeah. I was wondering what he was locking onto. Looks like we're gonna be heading into a forge right now. There's more feral humans in here. Alright, I don't remember what this power actually does. Can these guys get a little closer to each other? Oh, okay. Forgot about his Albert Wesker power. Charge it up again. Oh, he actually is dead. They must have taken a lot of damage from the power. Alright, that's another one dead though. Alright, we only got one of these things right now. There's a room, it might be in the Fire Forge. But there's a room where there's two of them fighting you at once. Oh, that actually still hit me. Yeah, it won't even let me dodge out of those. This thing's got to be close to dying. Alright, one of these rooms, that's the feral human that can actually respawn where that climbable wall is, but let's get our third collectible here. Another Arcane Tome. Alright, let's go deal with him. I don't know if you have to keep killing this one over and over again. I've heard also some people say that it's just an extra one, meaning that before you would kill all feral humans in Chapter 9, that this one will basically give you the achievement sooner. I almost threw them right through the window. Right, any more of them down here just to double check? I think we're clear. So let's get up here. I'm gonna say he was locking onto something. Fighting them in confined spaces is not ideal. Oh, I thought they were bleeding out. Yeah, they kind of just trap you in these pounce attacks with limited space. Oh, great. One of them fell off the edge. I'm gonna have to go down there. Oh, I actually hit that one onto a spike. Alright, I gotta climb back up because of that. Alright, I made my way back up. Yeah, I had to jump down to fight them because, like I said, we're killing all as possible. Right, that doesn't do anything. I think that's all Raziel stuff. You know, I honestly think the one where they fight each other might actually still be the preferable one.
They victors! Victors!
Alright, that one's eliminated. Any of them tucked away back here? No, we also can't use that portal either, so we're just going through this one. This looks like it's leading to the Flame Forge.
These statues were singularly inanimate. I knew better than to assume they would always remain so.
These ones look a little bit more beefy than the others. Well, before we go that way, we can actually get one of the collectibles right away in here. Actually, I'm looking right at it. Let's pop this one open. The other ones are underneath me. Alright, before I jump down, let's check this hallway out. Alright, we look clear over here. Jump down now. I want to get rid of these ghosts. Is that our final one? Making sure there's none that are trapped anywhere. We can actually get the other collectible in here now, too. These ones try to be a little tricky. Alright, that should be the only two that are in this specific forge. This one trying to go. That one's stuck in the ceiling. Luckily they're not feral humans. That would be very unfortunate. I'm just making sure I'm clearing out all these rooms. We look to be clear here. That one finally made it out of the ceiling, but he's above us now. I'm pretty sure this would just lead me back, but I'll climb up here just in case there's any new enemies. I don't suspect that there will be, though. Other than that purple ghost that we just saw. Okay, I guess that empties out this whole corridor. Right, let's go the normal way now. It's always right when I'm about to hit him. God, I can't believe he took that much abuse.
They victus.
Actually did get him. I don't actually need to break those open if I don't need the health anymore. Alright, let's get out of this forge. One of those bigger gargoyle things. Before we go out that way, let's check this way. Appears to be empty. It's actually pretty quiet in here. I'm definitely not jumping up that high. One is also dormant. This is the corridor with our next collectible, though. Which is our second last one for this chapter. Alright, let's, did they spawn up here? Alright, let's just jump down then. That's all of them. There's still the feral humans down here, though. I wonder what springs their actual ambush. Do I just have to get up here? Maybe I have to break some of these doors. You can actually chain together some pretty awesome combos, though, when you start getting your moves. Those two are dead. Rusted scales. They might wait for me to break through all of these before they pop out. God, this one's gotta stop pouncing on me, man. Alright, full health. Carved stone skull. Weird, they're still just stationary here. Not gonna lie, I don't like that they're not moving. That didn't activate them either? Well, hopefully we're still good. Before we go that way, let's also pop this open. This might actually be where our... Yeah, this is where our next collectible is. This is actually the final collectible in the chapter up here. Which I think this also leads back... Okay. Wouldn't let me jump for some reason. But I think that leads us back to the top where we were. So let me try this again. There we go. New skin unlocked for that. But yeah, I'm not sure why they won't activate. I'm gonna actually double check this area though. So if this just is a way to get back up, it should be mostly empty. But just making sure we're killing... Yeah, this is where that first collectible in this forge was. Nothing triggered those dudes down there, though, when we were up here. Because all of these rooms were empty. Yeah, they will not wake up. So let's check this room and see what happens. Well, I'm definitely not going to be able to touch the water. Alright, I think I see what they might want me to do here. I'm glad I didn't attempt it. I was debating whether or not I should jump up onto those one ledges. Solution was simpler.
The third fragment of the Balance Emblem endowed the Reaver with the elemental power of lightning.
Alright, those ones in that one room will probably activate now, hopefully. But, new Reaver power we can use. These just keep popping out. Oh, here's a bigger one. And these ones are a lot more sturdy. There they go. Oh, these tentacles will actually just not die, huh? Ooh, we got a new move now. Okay, I was gonna say, hopefully I didn't just throw them on the top level. That'd be very unfortunate. Alright, let's use the power ones. That one seemed kind of lackluster. That's the new power, though. Suspend them in the air like that. Pretty cool. Ooh, we got some new feral humans in that one room. This is our way back up, though. So this is the way we're supposed to go. It's good for crowd control, though, to keep one of them off of you. This one's actually still alive. There he goes. He was very close to dying. Alright, is that all of them? Make sure we double check there's any feral humans left. I heard mixed reports for this achievement saying that the feral humans in this chapter don't count, but only the ones in chapter 9. But other people saying that they eliminated all the ones in chapter 9 and still didn't get it. So they might have missed one in chapter 8. Or 7, I mean, because we're in chapter 7 right now. But alright, looks like this bottom floor is cleared. Let's get back up. Have to duke it out with another one of these. I don't think our suspension attack works on this one. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the max amount of hits I can do before I can dodge out and get out of the way, but it literally is like a half of an attack. Like one attack takes too long. That went right through. Yeah, if I do that overhead into a 3-hit, before I can move again, he's able to hit me. So you'd have to do like an overhead to stun him and then do a 2-hit afterward. That'll kill him. You're not in the room where there's 2 of those guys yet. How did these guys keep getting themselves stuck? Also, he somehow got his way out of that.
Victus!
Alright, they all dead. See if any of them glitched their way in here. Looks clear. That way should also be good. Alright, here comes one of the big ones. Whenever they have this flame shield, there's very little I can do. Alright, that takes care of him. Any enemies tucked away back here now? Alright, we look to be clear. Alright, we can try to get the cast not the first stone achievement here now. There's also a checkpoint. Let's weaken them a little bit. Jesus, can't move. Yeah, we basically just need to get them to beat each other up. Even if they miss me, I still get hit. This one might take a little bit. I'm not really sure how much damage they do to each other. They actually have like in-sync attacks almost. Kind of wish they wouldn't do their stomp, because it doesn't look like they can hurt each other with that. There we go, we got it. Like I said, there's more than just this room to do that in, but we might as well just get it done as soon as possible. Gotta be close to dying. Yeah, I can never get out of that attack if I decide to do 3. It always lands. Yeah, basically what we're doing now is backtracking all the way so that we can get out of these forges. Means we got more feral humans to deal with. That tracked the hell out of the dodge. I can't even move right now. Then there was one. Alright, these rooms spawn any more of them? I might be a little over cautious, I guess, with this, because some of these rooms should just be empty. But you never know. We've seen enemies spawn in some real weird spots before. Like I said, it takes a little bit more time, but we're not trying to get the 6-hour achievement. We're simply just trying to get all the other ones, so that was weird. He was trying to walk through it. I thought I actually got perma stuck there. Alright, I think we're free to climb back up now. That one in the light forge, I'm pretty sure will respawn. That's by the other climbable wall, which is the forge that we're headed to. So we're gonna double check that spot. Now I also gotta deal with these two. I was hoping I was going to be able to do that before his shield came back. And when there's two of these guys, it is complete chaos. One of them's dead. Did he seriously just instant activate his shield again? He literally lost it and then it immediately came back. But alright, at least they're dead. Any other feral humans on the second floor? Seem to be clear. Alright, no golems in this one. They're kind of a long enemy to fight, because they take a lot of damage. But we appear to be clear. I think I actually like the Flame Reaver the most so far for him. His lightning one doesn't seem to be that strong. Right, nothing in here. But yeah, I'm gonna double check that one feral human spawn. So let's drop down. Yeah, he actually does come back. Like I said, this could just be an extra one, but we're gonna kill this one again. just in case. I'm gonna double check this lower floor as well, if that one respawned. Actually, I think I'm supposed to be down here. Yeah, I'm gonna double check the top floor really quick. I'll come back down if there's no enemies up there. There weren't any, so we're clear to leave now. There was just that one that randomly respawns. But now we can open our main door. No new enemies? I feel like we gotta get attacked soon, right? Actually, it is surprisingly empty.
This door was clearly significant. The answers I sought surely lay within. But to unlock the chamber, the Balance Emblem had to be fully restored.
Well, we're definitely not able to go that way yet. I just forgot to trigger that scene earlier. Yeah, surprisingly no new feral humans spawn out here.
A new area of the Vampire Citadel lay open. I still had much to discover.
Nestled deep in the Black Forest, Vorador had once held court over a private kingdom, as decadent as it was depraved. Now, all was still. I hoped I had not arrived too late.
Alright, we're in the next chapter. This is actually a long chapter. I think it's one of the longer chapters in the game, if I remember correctly. So, let me double check something really quick. Alright, I think we're actually going to end part 4 here then. I was just double checking to see where about we were on time. And like I said, this chapter will probably easily be one part alone. And we are close to about an hour. We're in like the 50-ish minute range. So we'll just have a little bit of a shorter part, which is actually kind of fine because we had some longer parts with this game already to begin with. Like an hour to an hour and a half, like in between there. But there we go. We got the entirety of Chapter 7 done. Hopefully we're on the right track for the Extinction event achievement. That's the one that wants you to kill all the feral humans. Because we did. We killed all of them, and then that one extra one that spawns in the Light Forge. But we won't know until we do the second part of it in Chapter 9, because there's more of them in that chapter, because we're still at the Vampire Citadel in that one to get the Balance Emblem fully rebuilt. But in this chapter, we it's just a really puzzle heavy chapter, or I guess key item and placing key item heavy chapter, and then at the same time we have to destroy as much of the furniture in Vorador's mansion as possible. It's just the same phrasing. It's like destroy as many as possible. Don't really know the number or anything like that, so I'm pretty sure it's just a combination of like desks and benches that we have to destroy, and then some chairs at tables and stuff like that. So basically just break anything we see. There's some decorations outside on like a garden looking area too. Not this one, but a different one later. So we'll have all of that to do. This one also is a very combat heavy chapter. If you still need like immolations, which we do, I think we need like 15 more. I'd have to check the statistics. But if you need immolations and wall spike kills still, this chapter is one of the ones that you'll probably definitely hit it at, because there's a lot of that stuff. I think the spikes also have torches on them, so if you hit them into it, you get you get both a wall spike kill and an immolation kill. So makes it a little bit easier for those. We still don't have the power to freeze enemies yet, so we don't have that. Or we can't get that yet, I should say. But yeah, like I said, We're just slowly chipping away at it. Like I said, I think there's 13 chapters in this game, so we're getting kind of close to finishing it up. But like I said, this is going to be another long chapter, and then we'll have to see how long Chapter 9 is. I think one of them is really short. It might be Chapter 11. But as always, thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody who checks these out as they go live or after they go live. I always appreciate it, and I'll see you in Part 5.